I'm here with Win Lambo, right? One of the more interesting tokens I've actually come across recently, and it's set to launch in a few days. Their pre-sale's live right now. So while this may seem like a meme coin on the outside, there's actually a lot of muscle under this hood. It's basically a lottery token, right? Where the grand prize is a Lambo. You don't actually win the car specifically, but you win the USD amount of the car, 210,000. Enough to buy a spanking new 2021 Hurricane Evo. God damn. And the place where this stands out from other lottery tokens is that you don't actually have to purchase a ticket. Your tokens are your tickets. It's completely novel. Like, I've never seen it before, where you just hold your tokens and you have a chance of actually winning the lottery. So basically, the more you hold, the more chance you have of winning, and essentially your coins are a lifetime ticket to this lottery. So, you know, where else do you have that? Where else can you actually just hold a ticket and just constantly have chances of winning $210,000? And not to mention the incentive people have to just hodl, right? Like, the incentive to hodl is massive here. So why would you sell your coins for a couple of $1,000s profit, if that, when you have a chance to win $210,000? I mean, obviously not everyone's going to think like this, but there's going to be a large amount of people who are going to think like that, because the risk to reward is pretty incredible, man. And I actually haven't ran into another token with this kind of mechanics or this kind of system. I mean, it does have RFI mechanics, which obviously is pretty common, but the lottery side of it and parts of the other code does seem OG. And the fact that they've actually built code from scratch is massive, because that's pretty rare in the meme coin area, I guess, because it's not another fork like Reflect, like the thousands and thousands of other coins that are just carbon copies of the rest with just different names. These guys actually have OG code that's different, which in itself should discount the possibility of a rug, right? Because when you've put in a lot of work and a lot of sweat into a product, you're not really just going to bounce. And there are other incentives in the protocol as well that does incentivize the team to stay on and keep supporting the project. Because one thing that happens with these kind of projects with meme coins is the developers, you know, they make their money initially and then they bounce because they have no incentive to stay on. So Win Lambo has a few incentives to keep the team working as well. So yeah, I'm super interested in this project, man. It's pretty unique. So let's get into the tokenomics. So this is the mechanics here, right? With each transaction that happens, 4% of the transaction goes to the Lambo fund. This will be 10% on the first day to pump out a Lambo ASAP. Then it'll be changed to 4% on day 2. 2% of the transaction goes to the Win Lambo hodlers, spread across, I guess, everyone that holds the tokens. 2% of the transaction goes to the Win Lambo BNB liquidity pool. 4% of the transaction goes to the daily jackpot fund, and 1% of the transaction goes to the team to eat ramen. So this is what I was referring to earlier, where the team does have an incentive to keep going because they will be getting paid in perpetuity. You know, this prevents them from like getting over it, getting stale with it, because they're always generating an income. And additionally as well, this also is often used as a marketing fund as well. So instead of like the team having like fucking 10% of supply as the marketing fund, here they're incentivizing themselves to work harder to get paid more, basically, right? It's not like they just start off with a huge stack. They're actually growing this as the protocol grows. If I recall as well, SafeMoon had something similar, where they had a certain percentage of the tax that went to the development fund. So yeah, they were just able to fund marketing and just pump out all these crazy ad campaigns. Then, you know, now you know where SafeMoon is. Like, they're a huge they're a huge result of just incredible marketing, which was because there was that incentive and ability to actually grow. So to make sure everyone gets a chance to stack tickets on ground floor, there will be a max transaction limit of 200,000 Win Lambo during the first day of listing. This guarantees a more diverse group of holders at launch. This is pretty interesting, right? Because they're trying to basically prevent whales from soaking up most of the supply early on. 200,000 of 1 billion. What's that? That's not right. Times 10. What the fuck am I doing? 200, 1 to 3 divided by... There we go. So you can only get 0.02% of supply. That's pretty damn low. You know, if you're smart, I mean, I'm not telling you what to do here, but this is what I'm probably gonna do. I'm just gonna spam this shit when it launches. You know, get in like 10 times, I'm gonna get 0.2%. Get in fucking another 10 times, 100 times, I'm gonna get 2% of supply. If I can get as much of supply as possible at the cheapest rates, I've basically got the chance to win a Lambo forever. Which I think a lot of the smart, like big brain dudes who are going to be seeing this will probably realize that you just want to get in cheap, get as much as you can, and just hold that shit forever. I mean, maybe you can sell some at a profit later on, but you know, you've got a chance of winning 210,000. It's pretty good. So with the tokenomics, they've got 1 billion total tokens. 500 million will go to liquidity. 350 will go to pre-sale. 150 will be burned as a marketing milestone. The pre-sale fund will be used as follows: 60% to fund liquidity. LP tokens will be sent to the burn address, locked forever. 40% for marketing and operations. Holy shit! I did not know that they would be locking the. I did not know that they would be burning the liquidity tokens. So I think they're raising 200 BNB. So 60% of 200, that's 120 BNB. And what's BNB right now? Like 600, I think. So 72,000. That's 72,000 US dollars. That's going to be burned, right? That's fully burned. It's not like it's a 1 year lock on DXL where if the protocol fails, the team can just, you know, wait a year and still make this money back. Like, no, it's gone. It's locked forever. So that's incredibly bullish, and you know, it fills me with more confidence. So onto the Lambo draw. Your tickets are your tokens. The more tokens you hold at the time of the draw, the more tickets you have. When you buy tokens, you get a range of tickets equal to the number of tokens you've purchased. For example, if you are the first buyer and you bought 100 tokens, you get tickets 1 to 100. So basically, every ticket that you have every token that you have has a corresponding ticket number, and that ticket number is what's going to be randomized for the draw, right? So once the Lambo fund has $210,000 in it, there will be a draw to see who will take it all. We will announce a date and time for the draw in the Telegram. Keep in mind that the Lambo fund is a multi-sig contract. It can only send funds when the majority of the people on the multi-sig approve, and the people on the multi-sig are 5 different trusted members of the community. The Lambo is Seifu. So this is one of the major reasons I'm bullish on the protocol, because there have been in the past where lottery funds or lottery protocols rather have rugged when the fund got big enough because the rewards is too juicy. But here, like the team can't even rug because there are 5 different trusted members of the community who are going to be part of this multi-sig. For those who don't know, a multi-sig is where any transaction that occurs within that contract or wallet needs to be approved by 5 different people. So the Lambo fund, whoever wins it, for the money to actually go to that person's wallet, 5 different people have to actually confirm that transaction. So it's very safe, and it's one of the major reasons I'm pretty bullish on this protocol, because the chances of the fund getting rugged is incredibly low. Onto the daily jackpot. So most RFI forks hit a sticky point where the volume dries up worse than your grandma. We planned for that. You planned for my grandma drying up? Okay. All we want is continuous volume to pump out Lambos. Enter the daily jackpot, the super volume incentivizer. So as mentioned above, 4% of each transaction goes to the daily jackpot fund. So the daily jackpot will be distributed to winners into a 70% of the daily jackpot will go to the top 3 users in terms of volume for that day. Distributed as follows: 40% to first place, 20% to second, 10% to third, and 30% will be distributed in a raffle model similar to the Lambo fund, where it'll be split between volume number 4 to the number 20. This is a pretty good point actually, because usually, yeah, I agree, all RFI forks eventually die off because there's just not enough trading happening, right? And how is this protocol gonna actually meet up into a Lambo fund after like the first few days when the hype dies down, if there's no trading incentive and trading volume. So this is actually genius that they've incentivized in that daily volume. So I mean, shit, it's probably going to be bots that are going to win this, I'm assuming, which is going to be good for the protocol, right? Because they're just going to be trading back and forth, buying, selling, and that's going to be pumping up that Lambo fund. And if there's like an infograph where we can actually see what the Lambo fund's at, more people are going to be seeing that. More people are going to be seeing that it's filling up. More people are going to be buying into the protocol, into Win Lambo, and it's just all around pretty positive for the project. This actually makes this project stand out from a lot of other lottos. So I'm very impressed by the thought process that's gone into this. Like this is some big brain shit for sure. The team reflection: 1% of each transaction will go to the team fund. This will ensure the team stays motivated and the incentives aligned to the continued success of the protocol. So yeah, I mentioned that before. So in conclusion, lots of thought and hard work has been put into to make this a good experience. Grab your bags, grab your popcorn, and enjoy the ride. Vroom vroom, bitches. Yeah, man. There's so much thought and so much like consideration for all the different elements that have to work together to actually have a project like this be a success. Holes that exist in lotto tokens have been plugged, right? The risk factor with the actual lottery being rugged, gone with the 5 multi-sig. The daily volume drying up, gone with the daily jackpots. The team actually losing interest and leaving, gone with the perpetual 1% transaction. Things will pop up, I don't know, but from what I can tell, a lot of the holes that exist in previous lottery tokens have been plugged, and you can tell that these guys are big brain guys right here. So yeah, I'm pretty bullish on this, and I'm going to spam those transactions come launch. If you guys are interested as well, there is a Medium article that goes into the mechanics behind how everything works with the lottery system. It's basically Chainlink gives them a random number. That number is associated with your tickets, and this article here just breaks it down. I'll put the links in the description for you guys. So I'll quickly go over their pre-sale as well. They've got 200 BNB allocation. So here's the thing, right? This is another thing that makes them kind of stand out. Pre-salers will actually start at a slightly higher price per token than public listing. So pre-salers are actually at a disadvantage in regards to price. So you don't really have to worry about getting dumped on by pre-salers after launch to an extent, because pre-salers actually get a worse off price. But where they do get a benefit is they're able to buy probably 1 or 2 BNB worth and get a larger portion of supply, all but at a higher price. So if you get in at launch, if you get in early, you can actually probably outperform the pre-sellers on smaller bags though, unless you're a smart big brain chad that somehow managed to get a bigger portion than pre-sellers. So when listing happens, everyone will be able to buy Win Lambo tokens in the chunks of 200,000. This max transaction limit will be increased to 2 million tokens after the first day concludes. This prevents whales from controlling the supply early on. This also means that pre-salers' guaranteed allocations are valuable. So yeah, this is what I said just earlier. Like the allocations are super valuable here. Even though you're paying a higher price, that's fine. If you can actually get into this pre-sale, I would highly recommend it, just for the fact that you can get that fat stack of supply. They actually have a few different ways you can secure your spot. You can run these managed groups. You can make YouTube explanation videos like I'm making right now. There's live streams. There's a meme contest, Telegram sticker pack if you're a talented graphic designer or whatever, influencer sharing as well, and social sharing. So yeah, boys, that's Win Lambo. I think these guys are pretty genius. This whole protocol's got me super excited. So yeah, let's see how this bad boy goes. Thanks, guys.